Welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet. Or welcome if you're new. In today's video we're gonna set up my bullet journal for February. But first let's make a good cup of coffee. If you haven't seen me set up my January spreads, I will leave a link in the description down below, as well as a little info card to my January Plan With Me video. So you can check out the full process if you're interested after watching this video, hopefully. But for now, let's get into the planning process for February. For my theme in February, I didn't kind of nailed it in like I did with January. It's just some random pictures I found on Pinterest and really liked. Kind of have to get out of the habit of using Pinterest again. For last year I was quite good with only using pictures from Unsplashed because of the artist rights and everything. Now I just have to really get back into using those pictures and not the ones on Pinterest. But for this setup I was in a little bit of a hurry, so I had to fall back on pictures or I already picked out in advance. As always, I start with a little collage title page for the month where I include my mini version of my February calendar for the monthly overview, as well as the pictures and a little quote. Here you can see me first stamping out the quote. It took me quite a while, and then I realized I really didn't like how the ink was smudging on the page from the stamps, so I decided to cover it up and use some hand lettering on top of it. And I quite like how this page turned out. Now the next spread in this month's setup is my calendar overview, and I did quite a minimalistic layout for this month, just to write down all the dates and appointments and stuff I have to keep in mind, as well as a little bit space for some goals. I added this kind of cute cat in the coffee cup. I thought it's quite adorable, and it really made me happy. So I decided to include it in this month's setup. What's your approach on picking pictures for your journals? Do you stick with one theme for each month in your bullet journal, or do you prefer just going with the flow of whatever you're enjoying at that moment? Let me know. I kind of always flip-flop between both of those approaches. I think they're both valid and can be quite fun. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments down below. The next spread for this month's setup is my game plan habit tracker, as well as my YouTube overview spread. For this month's YouTube overview spread, I also included some of the dates for March as well, because I really need to plan a little bit more in advance and not go from each week to the next without having all things set up to keep on track more. So I hopefully think this approach of a planning space will help me with that. We will see if I'm right or if it didn't work out. Here as well, I included some quotes and pictures from Pinterest. Some random pictures I enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a thumbs up would make me really happy. And if you want to join me on my creative journey, hit the subscribe button down below.